Guys, what's going on? Zach Evanish from Underground Strength Gym and ZachEvanish.com. You can hit the links below if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, undergroundstrength.tv. Got a question that came in. I've addressed this many times before, but I'm actually going to be sending it out to some of the parents. The question is, can running cross country actually hurt or impede performance if my son is a wrestler? So the answer is yes, absolutely. Here's what's going to happen the majority of the time with cross country. The athletes are just going to run, and they're going to keep running. They're going to probably do 2, 3, 4 miles on average every day. I'm sure they're going to be doing some 5-mile runs here and there. And they're going to basically do that long, slow distance running. Not all coaches, but the majority of cross-country coaches will do that. They won't implement any strength training into that. And people might say, why do you have to be strong? A stronger muscle is simply more capable. And strong is not just about the ability to do a 1-rep max. We have strength endurance, we have speed strength, explosive strength, muscular endurance. We have a lot of different strengths. Strength is the roots of the tree. It is the foundation of the house. I always share the story with coaches that when I was in high school, I would lift weights in the off season, and I didn't know any better. We're talking the early 90s. When the wrestling season started, I would run every other day. I'd put in 3, 4, 5-mile run. All I would do was run. So on top of wrestling at practice, very hard, I would go and run, and I would add more of this aerobic conditioning to an anaerobic sport. What is the best conditioning for wrestling? Wrestling is the best conditioning for wrestling. Getting better at the skill of wrestling, and then when your skill is better, you're able to utilize your energy that much better. Somebody who could lift heavy weights in the gym but doesn't work on wrestling skill, they get more fatigued. Why? They're utilizing too much energy, more energy, because they don't have the skill. So they're unable to leverage basically the way their body can move properly. So what's the best thing that a wrestler could do in the fall? He should be doing maybe soccer, football, or just the strength training that we utilize at the Underground, plus joining a wrestling club. I don't advise against being a multi-sport athlete, but what I do advise against is training that cannibalizes the sport itself. So if I could take another sport, baseball for example, why do coaches tell baseball players after they pitch, go and jog for 30 minutes to get rid of the lactic acid? It is the most asinine bullshit thing I've ever heard. It has nothing to do with science. It has nothing to do with common sense. It doesn't help the athlete. So why, as a parent, why as a coach, are we doing things that don't help athletes? Another story, in my earlier years, I recall training a shot put discus thrower, and he would warm up with the rest of the track and field athletes. Now, spring track is short distance, sprinting and throwing. But guess what a lot of these runners were all doing? Everybody on the track team would run 2 to 3 miles as a warm-up. That must have been quite easy for the coaches. Now the coaches could hang out for a good 20 to 25 minutes. That's called punching the clock, and that's called cheating the kids. So this shot put kid got weaker week by week. He was exhausted because he weighed something like 240, 230, 235. He couldn't even, he was exhausted from all the fucking running he did. How does running 20 to 30 minutes help a shot put thrower? How does it help the 100 meter, the 200 and 400 meter sprinters? It is detraining and untraining them and making them worse. And this is the thing that always fires me up. So what do our wrestlers need to do? You need to wrestle in the off season or play an explosive sport and engage in proper strength and performance training. So cross-country running will impede the performance of a wrestler. I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh, but such and such ran cross-country and he won a state title. That's right. There will always be outliers. Just like there could be kids that skip practices, smoke pot, drink alcohol, sneaking in all that shit, and be all state. There will always be outliers. But for the majority of us, you are not so awesomely gifted that you could purposely screw up your training and do it the wrong way. So my advice, preseason, you want to wrestle, you want to improve your wrestling skills, and you want to consistently get stronger, tougher, faster. The ultimate wrestling conditioning is wrestling itself. Hope that helps everybody out and clears things up. And that's it. I'm Zach Evanish from the Underground Strength Gym and ZachEvanish.com. Make sure you sign up for our strength newsletter at ZachEvanish.com. You'll see it where it says start here. Talk to you guys soon.